My main concern right now for the fourth greatest power in the world, which of course is, the Ottoman Empire, is the lack of allies, which could place us in a fairly precarious situation should we be attacked by, say, United Kingdom, which honestly do have fairly good reasons to attack us, considering we're threatening, together with Russia actually. Russia and I are threatening their interest here in Central Asia, or I guess South Central Asia, or whatever to call it. Actually, Russia has taken surprising amounts considering how beat down they've been lately. They still only have 32 brigades up and also carrying some war exhaustion. But I'm still not going to forget the defeat here in Kano that they inflicted on me. So, for that reason, I will turn my eye toward Bas Congo and Kasai and see if I can't persuade Spain to abandon their overlords. I don't know if that will be feasible, but hopefully. I could pick aeronautics. Oh, speaking of allies, it's like a dream come true. An alliance from Germany. I will accept, of course, because, an alliance with Germany is ideal considering the situation. It also blocks anything from Austria dragging Germany into there. It's much better than my Italian Social Republic allies that I had before. They are the only fascist dictatorship around it, aren't they? No, with Hungary, of course. And Serbia is communist. I do want Russia to turn communist. It's a shame you can't support rebels or something, like you can in EU4. Even though it costs a hell of a lot in EU4 for some reason. Okay, economy is doing well. I'm earning a boatload of money, so I think I will go for aeronautics. Things are generally speaking looking very, 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 very up. Very, very up. Is it only all because of my income from taxes being so high? Well, the upper class is very rich. It could probably rival, almost rival the lower class. And industrial subsidies are surprisingly low. Oh, for some reason they found Tutankhamun's grave or tomb in my country. Without my permission? What kind of bullshit is that? Okay, I upgrade my factories here. I think here in Persia will need to be expanded some more. Poor Persia. And I think I can honestly increase my army a bit. Where is my current rally point? It is still in Ankara. I could still do it in Ankara and have everyone just sent there by definition, or see here in Near East. So I can't remember the army composition I had for my latest army. 7 infantry, 1 engineer, 5 artillery and 1 hussar. Okay. I don't even know if... I still don't know if that's a good one or if it's a bad one, but it's the one I'm sticking to right now. Because this is seriously the only one I really got. At the moment, at least. And the hussar. That's 14. 14 times 3 is 42. And now I can build another one then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1. There we go. They will all gather in Ankara, and now suddenly I will have a hell of a lot of more things. Okay, Halab. What do you produce in Halab? Oh, that's a K. That's a K again. Halab. Let's see. There we are. They're currently producing fruit. Fruit is much more valuable than fish, so don't switch. The reason, by the way, I'm having issues sometimes with typing is because in order to lower the amount of noise from my keyboard and mouse, sulfur is always good. I keep a towel over my hands and my keyboard and everything, which makes... It doesn't affect playing, really at all, except for when you need to type. Because it's always hard to find exactly where you need to be there. Let's see, reprimand the governor. No, let's do nationalist agitation. Oh, I so want Nadeemret to be part of my nation, but fortunately it's not possible at all, considering they're a civilized nation. Like, if I want to, I can't really do that, because they're in my sphere. Okay, that's fine. I need to improve my relationship with Spain. They actually love me. How do they love me? They have no reason to love me. Oh yeah, they're in a war with the United States of America. Peru, Bolivia versus Argentina. Oh, that's a conflict I need to see. What is happening here? Peru, Bolivia. Is it just you or is South Peru part of it as well? No, South Peru is a different thing. Cutting Peru, Bolivia in half, of course. Because the world would make too much sense otherwise. I'm certain. Bahrain, I can increase my opinion there to cordial. And it was Oman as well. Well, I might as well. Both are in American sphere, which I don't like. America's already trying to play a superpower here, taking over the Middle East. I can't do anything in my Middle East though. Or can they actually? Naid Emirate, no. Naid Emirate is mine. Spain is increasing very slowly. Very slowly. Population... Do they have more population than me? No, they do not. Why is population a factor then? Other national investors. That's probably the sticking point. The thing they have an issue with. Unfortunately, right now they do not allow me to invest in them. So whatever the Britain has invested in them will stay put. So I don't actually think Spain will be viable, unfortunately. So I'll need to make up a new plan. I need to find a new direction to go in. Something else to do. I could try to swallow... Well, I mean, could I? Chinese Empire wants an alliance. What was it that I declared? I clicked a bit too fast there. But there was a lot of good things, so I'm sure it won't matter. So now I have the King Empire as an alliance, which is good. They have a very large army. Very large army. With that, I could probably stick it to Russian Empire. Considering I have both Germany and the King Empire on my side, I could try to take something like the Caucasus. Whenever my infamy is lower, that is. No, I don't really like those changes that you have to do. What is with this? We have received words of an uprising that has occurred in Ras Gharib. Put this down quickly. I could release some more nation, but I'm not sure which one would be doable. Like if I release Tripoli, they would have more areas over here. I could still do Tunisia, that would be fine, but I want the coast. Tropical lumber. I mean, tropical lumber is pretty good. What more could I do? Chad, Kenya, Ubangichari. What the hell is Ubangichari again? I think I looked that up before. Ubangichari. Oh wait, there's a decision. Organize Ubangichari. Central African Republic. Oh, Central African Republic. No, I need those areas as well. And Japan. So suddenly my main concern going into this has all been resolved pretty quickly. Which is great. Everyone can read almost in my nation. I think, yeah... I think it's mostly Persia. The areas in Persia that are lagging behind in that regard. Unfortunately. Oh, there's been more nations as well. Kashmir and Chitral. And Travancore has got independence. I still want to help the Indian states to gain independence, but I can't really challenge Britain on my own. I could challenge, as I said, as I've been just recently went through, I could justify war against the Russian Empire. They are not very strong on their own. They have France, which is not very strong, will be steamrolled by Germany. But they do have the United Kingdom, which is stronger. And which I have direct borders with. And for some reason they always love putting more units in the colonies. For whatever reason there is. I never really fully understood it. But they always do, so... In fact, not that I'm planning on having a war right now, I just want to have my soldiers ready in the vicinity. So I'll put them there. Should be doing all fine and good. And by all means I will host the Olympics in Istanbul, I'm sure it will be. I have my armies ready to observe. This Arab Spring or Arab revolts or whatever it is getting really annoying. The only good thing is that, generally speaking, there are not that many Arabs around, at least not in my territory. The main would be probably in Egypt and over here, I guess this general area. There's not many living in Iraq. Okay, Baghdad. Never mind. Baghdad. There's a lot living in Baghdad. But I was more referring to like here. I don't have much territory here, and here almost no one lives, so that's all good. Even though Mecca is quite populous. It's also having a lot of Turks in them. So how many people in my nation are Turks now? Only 26%. I mean, look at this multi-ethnic nation. I have a bit of everyone, really. I have Sudanese, I have Albanian, I have Mashriki, Misri, African Minor, others as well. So I have a ton of, like 13% of my population are in other groups that are less than 1% or something. So at least 13 other ethnic groups. Incredibly diverse. Irving Fisher. Don't think he was Turkish. Pretty sure he was not. Balfour Declaration. Well, oh, there yes, there's Israel, and here it was. Yeah, I kind of want this. I kind of want this. What did Germany back? Germany backed Austria, of course. I won't back you. But I am interested in the crisis. They will, of course, join France. They will, of course, join France. And I will... Well, I could just wait and see, honestly. I could get a war without doing anything, and it would be a world war. It would be the world war that I would win. As well, because I have Germany on my side. Taking a side is not really an option. They will join France, and then we'll see if this turns into a war or not. Could potentially need to release a nation. I could release the Sultanate of Darfur. That is a possibility. This is a difficult one. Because I want to release something, but I don't want it to be in my main territory, which is basically here. Could be something around here, but it would need to be an area with little population. Very little risks involved. Nothing really lost, even if that's kind of horrible to say. But which one would it be? I mean, which one small countries could I release? I could release Kuwait, couldn't I? Kuwait would be ideal for that purpose. All I would do is lose one port, and I'm not really using that port for a naval base anyway. So Kuwait is ideal. Kuwait, release one province as a satellite. There we go. Uncivilized, because I didn't do the whole light of civilization shines on all. Which is fine, because then I could just absorb it later on. So if this turns into a world war, I'm well prepared to add things to it. And if I don't add anything, then at least Russia will be down for the foreseeable future, really. Which is fine. Also, I should probably send some of these soldiers to... No, wait, this doesn't make sense. Am I still building some people? I am. Okay, so I was a bit quick. There's more troops to be had. Here, for example, and here. Yeah, they're coming. That's fine. Get them up and then split them into two armies. The United Kingdom has joined the side of France, so... This is... the stage is set. The stage is set. All... and France has even thrown into more into the basket. They're going all in on this. If France gives up now, they have risked a lot for it. And without backing, I don't think they would have. They are believing in this war. They believe they can win. I, of course, believe they won't. And can't. That's beside the point. Send more troops up to meet the enemy. Because now... Wait! Germany, what the hell? You had no reason to give that up. We would have won against them. Are you so scared of United Kingdom? United Kingdom can't do anything. God damn it. Ah. Okay, so France is now back to basically 1871 borders. Which is not good at all. France has got stronger. They're getting confident. Both these nations we could take out easily. I don't even know why Russia's army military power is such a high standard on. Can I see exactly what it's based on? I can. Soldiers and army. Well, I mean, I get they have a lot of soldiers, but they haven't really built them yet. Let's look here. There's 50 brigades. There's 150 men. I have 251 brigades, and I'm ranked what? Well, third. But still. Like, they have 357 points. I have 497. I have a hell of a lot more soldiers. I have almost 1 million men standing. Waiting, ready for battle. Okay, with economy still going strong, I think I can do with another army. So let's do a bit of 7 more Persians. A Persian Kurdish army. This will work out perfectly. Why not, like, throw in... Oh, it's... How am I counting now? It was 14, so that should be it. And then 5, and then 1, and then 1. So the Near East has almost entirely been recruited. Which is good. Like, take all the units from everywhere around here, really. Especially Persia. The recently defeated Persia will be drafted into new armies and sent to defend areas over here where they have no real connection to the populace. Wasn't that something the Romans did? Or am I thinking about the wrong thing? Basically, taking soldiers from here, sending them to England or whatever to fight. I think that's what the Romans did. Or maybe I just watched it in a movie and thought it was real. Either way, I'm sure it will be all just fine. Afghanistan, I would love to get Afghanistan into my territory. Dude, this is so disappointing. Netherlands is allied with Russian Empire. And they are not really having anyone else willing to do anything to them. They love me. Like, so many countries love me now. For whatever reason. They absolutely love me, and I could take more territory from people that love me. I could. It's just required me to lower relations to below 100. Or I could try to throw Netherlands into my domain. Can I do that? Netherlands, well, do you want to be part of my nation? Of course, you don't allow... to do non-colonial state. Okay. Can I do it here? I can build a factory here. Which is the most expensive airplane factory? Here we go. Where else can I build? Here. Let's do another aeroplane factory. There we go. Now I have investments in your nation. We have vested interests. Holy hell, Japan has invested 440,000? I thought I was doing a lot. Clearly not. Japan. Why? Why have they invested so much in them? And where? Is it areas over here that they have invested in? Is that a possibility? Or have they built all the other factories for them? I'm stunned, really. So does that mean that I need to build like a bunch of more factories here? I don't think I can compete. I don't think there's enough slots open to build these things. Steamer shipyard, because, you know, they need steam, I guess. How the hell am I supposed to beat this? And there's no investment in colonial states. I think they have a couple of islands over here. Can I build things here? I can, actually. I can build a lot of things. Mostly things that will make me a bunch of losses, but it's investments nonetheless. Fill this state up with factories of high-tech caliber. There we go. And don't they have another... Is this the same state? It's not, but this belongs as a colony. Oh, that's a shame. Was there no other islands? Aruba, Curacao... Oh, it's not a state. Okay. So how am I doing now with investments, Netherlands? Not even close. I've filled up an entire state with factories of the highest caliber, and it's not even close. Not even close. That's a damn shame. Maybe I should readjust my courage craftsman. No, I have a very solid base to stand on when it comes to industry. It's just where to go, where to fight, what to take. Because I'm surrounded by strong enemies. Anything I could take would require a bunch of war. Well, Netherlands, I will need to pursue my strategy here with you. We should probably work out pretty well, I think. It would be nice to... If I declare war on Germany, then the Russian Empire would jump in. The problem is, if the Russian Empire becomes the leader, they call in Germany and then the United Kingdom, and then suddenly everything just goes downhill from there. Nade Emirate, I could probably take over by removing Sphere, then justify war. It would just need a conquest casus belli. I'm not really comfortable with a conquest casus belli. Because I have 11 infamy. I don't want to waste that on a conquest, even though it would make for a nicer Arabian Peninsula. I don't want timber. I have a bunch of timber already. Timber is overproduced in the world. And Lebanon and all those Arab areas, you're not really helping me now. I think my nation just needs a war of some sort. Some form of war. But against who and for what? I could justify war, and if I play with the idea of taking a state, that would be 11 infamy, hopefully be less than that, considering, you know, when the initial one can cost a bit less. With Japan and King Empire on my side and Germany on my side, it should be a fairly quick war. And especially with the King Empire, then Britain should be steamrolled. The problem is now I have a border with India, so I kind of need to prepare for battling in India, so I need to have some armies over there ready. I share a lot of borders now with Britain, even though we're distanced quite a bit otherwise. And if I end up in a fight against Britain... Organizational development. If I end up with a fight with Britain, then Africa would be a clusterfuck. I could probably take something in Africa, which would be pretty nice. Or maybe I could even take something here in Baluchistan. Ah, isn't that a gorgeous idea? That is quite a gorgeous idea. So, do I want to attack the Netherlands and have initial claim on trying to take Cameroon or Gabon or something like that? Or should I throw an initial claim to take something in the Caucasus? Like Georgia, Armenia, things of that nature, Azerbaijan. Red John. Leave him be. Leave Red John be, he can do his little things. So yeah, I kind of like the border here, though. It is a nice border. If I take this would be... this is not that valuable. Cameroon is more valuable right now, as far as I can tell. So maybe Netherlands. But I'm starting to get good relations with Netherlands. I could probably put them under my sphere, which would be almost as conquering them. So I probably should take the Caucasus anyway. As you can tell, I'm going a bit back and forth on this idea of attacking them. Mostly because the Russian army is slowly expanding. It's only 180,000 men right now. which is, you know, not a lot at all. And they're still fighting this war. Or, you know, fighting, not really fighting it. More like having the war on and then doing other things in the background. Let's see. Japan, for all their investments, are not really interested in trying to take this. I almost thought this was Mexico at first. I was going to say, holy hell, Mexico is a great power. They're not. They're far from it. They're only 26th place. But at least they haven't been butchered and lost Durango and Chihuahua and things like that.